I'll talk to you about those two things after practice.
You need to be invested in, your players and your staff, their lives.
And we're not really getting a lot of 89, 92 degree days, are we?
And then you can kind of develop your own rapport with each one of them. Some of them need a little bit of a hard line drawn in the sand.
Every day it's something. Drop ball, fumble. I mean, come on, buddy.
At the end of the day, all you're trying to do is help them get better.
Yep. You don't have to go to the goal line and be a robot, right, but we're not sticking at the line of scrimmage.
Back in 2001, I asked him, I said, Lawyer, what's the most important thing for a coach to do? He said, I don't care how old you are. I don't care how tall you are. I don't care if you played in the league before. I don't care anything about that. What I care is that you're helping me become a better football player. And he said, if you're prepared and the information you're giving me is going to help me perform my job, then I'm going to listen to whatever you say. And that's really stuck with me, for 20 years.
Bam! I mean, he ain't going to buy it if you don't look like you're going to look for the ball.
Your responsibility is to take the variables that you have on your team and match them up the best you can against the opponent the next week against their variables, which ultimately their strengths are different than ours. And so we have to protect our weaknesses.
Goal line jumbo.
Goal line jumbo.
It's goal line jumbo.
There's definitely an art to, figuring out the right way to attack each week. Ultimately, they're the artists. Maybe you look at it more like a songwriter. You know what I mean? They're going to sing it, but we might have a lot to do with the lyrics.
Takes the snap. He's going to run it to the right, cuts it upfield, and he waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots!
Too easy.
If I'm doing my job right, and if our offensive staff's doing our job right, there's not a player in the league that couldn't fit in here.
So we're just working on things we need to work on relative to our operation, okay?
I try to communicate directly what I'm looking for and what I expect from them, that give them confidence that if we do this right, it's going to work.
There it is! Yes, Devin Ross! That's it!
You learn that you have to show appreciation and vocalize that a lot. He does a remarkable job showing appreciation, and I don't think I ever hear him hang up the phone without telling somebody that he's thankful for whatever they've done, whatever their part is.
There's one thing I've learned about that. I mean, there's fans all over the world and they have an opinion. And some people are certainly going to agree with your decisions, the things you do, and some people are not. At the end of the day, I have a responsibility to my wife and my kids to